The fund flow was not sufficient to meet the requirements, the day-to-day working of the college. That time, we got to know about Arohanam, Prakarsha Academy, and I can say it was a blessing which has come to Oceanik. Arohanam guided me how I will be able to fit into the structure what a CSR organization looks for, or a PSU looks for, and a philanthropist looks for. How important impact is, or every aspect. I cannot pinpoint on just one chapter and say.
Our goal of teaching all these, the various courses through this Arohanam is to make sure that you implement it. And are you seeing whatever the application of those learnings, has it created an impact in Oceanik Society's way and working?
There are certain things that the legal advisor has told that when I come back and I tell, now I can guide my CA to say that I want it like this only, and there is no compromise on it.
Hi, I'm Jagadeesh Maiya, President of Prakarsha Academy, an NGO which uplifts and enables other NGOs to maximize their impact and realize their mission. Today, I am with Dr. Shobha K M, Principal of the Oceanik Education Society, and she was part of our Arohanam cohort, which is an education program to uplift all the NGOs and training them on various aspects of capability building. Dr. Shobha Madam, nice to meet you today. I wanted to ask a series of questions, but before that, can you introduce yourself and the Oceanik Education Society, about what it does, and then about the college itself first?
Yes, sir. Thank you. Before I start off about Oceanik Education Society, I would like to thank Jagadeesh Maiya, sir, and Arohanam Academy, Prakarsha Academy, for giving me this opportunity and guiding Oceanik Education Society in the right direction. In the year 2021, when we started with inclusive education, we started with the vision of enabling the differently abled students and the underprivileged students in higher education. We identified this gap, and after a survey that was done across Karnataka, specifically in Bangalore, and we identified that many physically disabled students drop out of higher education because they do not have the right learning environment. It is not that there are no opportunities for higher education. When I'm talking about higher education, it means that senior secondary, that is 11th and 12th, and undergrad programs. It can be the regular undergrad programs, or it can be professional programs. There are many colleges, government colleges, which are offering free education for these students. But unfortunately, the right learning environment is not there, wherein they suit best and they are able to scale up in the right way with the right supporting staff and the right peer support. So we were able to identify this gap, and COVID had just opened up, and we decided that we will start working towards this. And the first year when we started in the year 2021, we started with 7 students. And to our surprise, that none of the parents were ready to pay any fees. And we were like, why are you not ready to pay any fees? It's a private college. And then they said, no, we've come under free schooling. So then we did again. We spoke to a lot of NGOs. We spoke to a lot of corporates. And they said, yes, they look forward for free education. But Oceanik Education Society does not have any government support. So likewise, then we started approaching a lot of philanthropists, but the need was not sufficient to, the fund flow was not sufficient to meet the requirements, the day-to-day working of the college, because operation cost is the highest in a learning space. So then when we realized that we need to approach corporates for CSR funds, and then we also realized that we need to approach organizations, government organizations, to be funded. So likewise, when we started working and we started approaching, we revamped our approach. That time, we got to know about Arohanam, Prakarsha Academy, and I can say it was a blessing which has come to Oceanik, wherein this one whole year of training which has taken place, and it was very conveniently planned in such a way that we were able to continue working, but at the same time we were also skilling up in a very balanced and an organic way. So
Fantastic.
that was the best part of it.
Good. Thank you.
If you want me to
I have few questions.
about,
I have few questions. One, like of that whole Arohanam program which went for 1 year, what are the 1 or 2 tools or learnings or anything that you learned which is still that you remember in that program? What did you learn in those programs?
I cannot say one particular tool. Every chapter, that was the whole aspect, was divided into 4 or 5 learning chapters. The learning thing, the project management, the fundraising, the legal aspects, volunteering, all this definitely has drawn my attention, and I definitely cannot say this is one tool, because if you want to have a vibrant organization, a charitable organization, a social structure organization, you need to focus on every aspect of it. And it was very well taught to us, and the project management classes, the fundraising classes, the legal classes. The legal classes, I definitely, there are certain things that the legal advisor has told, that when I come back and I tell, now I can guide my CA to say that I want it like this only, and there is no compromise on it. And I have also lost certain opportunities wherein I was not able to comply to certain CSR aspects. And so likewise Arohanam guided me how I will be able to fit into the structure what a CSR organization looks for, or a PSU looks for, and a philanthropist looks for, how important impact is, or every aspect. I cannot pinpoint on just one chapter and say
I mean, we also had a leadership conclave, exposure visit to Mysore SPYM, as well. Also, we had some CSR pitch, the Shark Tank kind of style. Also, we had. So, anything from those kind of exposure visit or leadership conclave, or any of this CSR pitch that you did as well?
The CSR pitch has helped me, probably not directly, but it helped me to set up the connect, and also the people who had come as guest lectures. On every session, you had guest lectures from the industry. That has given, not only has helped us to establish contacts, but at the same time, it has opened our doors, and they have, highlighted our flaws. So that we will be able to grow. And this growth is not in a small crowd. When you grow up, when you open up to a bigger crowd, what is it that you need to know?
Correct.
So that pitch was really very good. We think we are the best because, hage ellarigu avara makkalu muddu. So hagagi, for me also, my project is very pet to me. I think we are the best. But when we open up to the public, we realize the gray areas, and this Arohanam project learning basically has guided me what to do and what not to do.
What are your blind spots?
And when to do. That's also very important.
Exactly.
It's just that when you have so much of energy, you cannot take everything off. So you need to phase it. So that's something that I realized through this training program. And the vast experience that Jagadeesh Maiya and Venkatesh ji brings to the into the training program was another big learning. The composed approach of Venkatesh ji and Jagadeesh sir has really given me another thing, because I speak a lot. So
Now, I mean, coming closer home, our goal of teaching all these, the various courses through this Arohanam is to make sure that you implement it. So now, of all those project management, CSR pitching, legal, as well as the overall project, telling the stories, social media presence, have you used any one of them in your Oceanik Society from the last 1 year?
Yes, yes. If I go back to my pitch deck that I used to present in the year 2021-22, and to the pitch deck that you see today, it has evolved.
There's a
yes,
okay.
And even my legal compliances. Today, any organization can walk into my organization and can ask for any paper, and I have it ready.
Oh, wonderful.
That is something that I'm really very grateful. I definitely remember the classes that I have attended, and that's has gotten so much of experience onto the table.
Yes.
The simplicity that he gotten through his classes also was something that stuck to my mind. And definitely the fundraising, the opening statement itself says that it is not an easy job.
Yes.
So, they have, when you attend a fundraising, event, you feel, okay, the next thing is you should have your fund in place.
Yeah.
But we realize that it is not easy. It requires a lot of networking. I also realized that once I come into this, through the training program, how important networking was.
Exactly. Yes. You also had other 10 participating NGOs, so you might have got some ideas and connections with them as well.
So they are also acting like I am in touch with most of them. And if at all I identify a requirement in my organization, now I know where to go for support. And all the teachers, and the best part that I liked about is the hand-holding that we got through the training.
Correct.
There were some experienced corporate people who were always a part of our training program. Every weekend when we used to be there, there would be somebody who has past experience, and they would guide us in how to do and what to do. And that was something which was very, very good.
Wonderful.
And the importance of storytelling. The importance of speaking your mind out in a polished way is something that is very important. So how diplomatically we can put it across. So these are something that I've really learned from
it. Okay. And are you seeing whatever the application of those learnings, has it created an impact in Oceanik Society's way and working? Like, has other people also acknowledged that, hey, Professor, there's a change, or is there any impact towards realizing your vision? The benefits of that.
Yes, I can see that because the way very systematically how we have worked, especially Mr. Ashok sir, the connect that was established, and now he's a part of our CSR organization. He's heading a CSR. So that particular lead has gotten a very vast change, and now people come to us, especially, and the best part that I have learned is the volunteering. The importance of volunteering, and Rohit, from Youth for Seva,
from Youth for Seva,
and how you can. I also when I interacted with the teachers of the Arohanam, the different people who had come down to present the various learnings of the Arohanam chapters, there also I realized how you can follow your dreams.
Yes, exactly.
And you can still make a professional life out of it. And this is not a second job, but this can be your first job, and this can be your only job. And that's something that I have really learned. There were many days wherein I was thinking twice, am I doing the right thing? There are still a lot of challenges that we face, and you think, but yes, there are certain things that you strongly believe in, and you do not want to. My daughter says they will find their own solutions for their problems. You don't need the solver, but somehow I have taken it on my sleeves, and I would love to continue on this, and I'm sure Oceanik, through the support of Arohanam and Prakarsha Academy, I'm sure we will make a greater impact. And definitely there is, because I believe the objective that I have taken up, education, requires that support. And today, if all of us are here, it's just because correct kind of education was given to us at the right time.
Right time, exactly. No, very well said.
So that's something that I have really learned through the the training program.
This is really heartening to hear this. Great, thank you. I have one more question, Professor Shobha. This is about, do you have any recommendation for other people who want to join Arohanam? What can they expect? As you may know, right now the second cohort is happening. We want to do it like an yearly program. So why anybody should attend Arohanam? What is in it for them? How would you help us
anybody who
put a
wants
sales
to
pitch?
work in the social sector, this is the course to go for. Even if you're already employed in the social sector and you want to make it big, I think this is a course that you have to go in for. I definitely would recommend these courses to be a part of the learning program or as a skill education for the students who are in social science, who are in pure science, who are also doing their masters in social work and their bachelors in social work. I think I definitely recommend this particular program for all of them. And Arohanam and Prakarsha Academy is doing a wonderful job in this and spreading this message. And I can see that you've also spread yourself to different states, which is really very good.
Indeed.
So there is a lacuna there. So I think it's very good that we can fill that particular space with the contacts that you have. Especially now that Northeast, there's a lot of developmental projects that is taking place. Definitely it requires guidance so that the resources are not wasted.
Correct.
So I think we need to focus in areas where NGOs are working in such organizations so that their work goes in the right direction.
Correct. Okay. We'll definitely strive for that. Thank you for that advice and recommendation also, Professor. Just the last question, coming back to the Oceanik Society itself. So by gaining all this training and all, now what new things that you're dreaming, or what's your next big thing in Oceanik Society, and then how we can partner
when
or
the
help?
fundraising event was there, they had told me that you should aim for 20 to 30% of your previous turnover to the an escalation to the next. But I am hoping for 100% escalation.
That is great.
And I definitely, how to reach it is something that I'm working towards it. So wherein some people, they have also told me never take too much beyond than what you can chew. But when there is a need, when I cannot send back a child who comes up to me and says, "Ma'am, I want to study." And I know that especially a girl child who comes back to me, comes to my college and says, "Ma'am, I would like to study." The parents come so humbly from rural India and saying, "Namaga gottilla ರೀ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳು" ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. But namage education another, I don't want to compromise on that. So especially henmaklu, physically disabled children, girls, I want them to see a better life. For that, definitely support is something that is very, very important for education.
That's where you want to enable more and more of them.
And with a good health. There are a lot of girls who come to me for education, but when we go into the details of it, we see that their daily health is also very bad.
Important.
So we need to focus on a balanced diet. It is just not a sugar-coated one-day health checkup camp. But it's a sustained follow-up that
day-to-day lifestyle.
There are medicines which needs to be given.
That is correct.
That needs support. That needs support. And definitely Oceanik Education Society, every aspect of it, we need to do more. But when we want to do more, how to do it is what was guided through Arohanim. So that's something that, and how important is recording.
Exactly.
That's something that as a lesson that I insist upon each and every teacher and all my CSR team, my admin team, to keep every small event to be recorded and written,
yes,
so that
yes.
we are able to, and it's not a last minute thing. The importance of record keeping was also highlighted very well. Yes, yes.
That is what brings the professionalism, improves the credibility, and also especially in the today's social media world.
Yes,
then the records is what makes you kind of reach the higher places.
Yes. All the employees also have given me a lot of information about the importance of social media.
Yes, exactly. yes. Yeah.
The training program that we had in social media was also very, very good. Yes, I have also changed the way my LinkedIn looks now.
I know. I'm a follower of you. I do see some of those even Insta stories about what happens in the college with the students, what opportunities are there. So the outreach is equally important than what you are also doing.
Yes. Everybody is there out to grab a piece of the cake.
Correct. So, exactly. Yes. We should also be there at the table.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Really, once again, thank you very much. I'm glad to know that we are also in the right track, and I wish Oceanik Society also the best to be one of the number one in inclusive education as well. Not only just for the differently abled, but also to everybody who wants to make a name in education. Then I want Oceanik up there, and then we were also part of your successful journey. We will take the credit as well, whatever we are deserving. Thank you very much for listening. We have just ended this session with Dr. Shobha K M, the principal of Oceanik Education Society. We got a good input from her about how the Arohanam program has helped her, which also gave us some very good inputs about how we can better the Arohanam program in the coming cohorts as well. Thank you once again.
Thank you.